Imagine a world where waiting for an organ transplant is a thing of the past. No more agonizing years on a donor list, no more desperate searches for a match. What if, instead of waiting for a stranger's gift, we could simply print a new organ on demand, perfectly tailored to your body? It sounds like science fiction, right? Well, this future might be closer than you think, thanks to the incredible technology of 3D bioprinting. So, how does this actually work? It's a bit more complex than printing a plastic toy, but the basic idea is similar. Instead of plastic filament, scientists use something called bioprinting. This isn't your average ink. It's a special gel packed with living cells, to be exact. A highly precise 3D printer then deposits this bioink layer by layer, following a digital blueprint created from your CT or MRI scans. Slowly but surely, it builds a three-dimensional structure, a scaffold that mimics the shape and complexity of a real organ. Think of it like building a house with living bricks. The printer lays down the foundation and walls, and then the cells, like tiny construction workers, get to work. They multiply, communicate with each other, and organize themselves, eventually maturing into functional tissue. It's a delicate dance of biology and technology, guiding nature to rebuild itself. We've already seen some amazing breakthroughs. Scientists have successfully printed simpler tissues like skin, cartilage, and even blood vessels. In one incredible case, a patient received a 3D printed jawbone implant, and just recently, researchers at Tel Aviv University printed a complete miniature human heart, complete with chambers, ventricles, and blood vessels. Now, it was only the size of a rabbit's heart and couldn't pump yet, but it was a monumental proof of concept. It showed us that printing complex, vascularized organs is possible. The implications are staggering. First and foremost, this could solve the organ shortage crisis. Every day, people around the world pass away while waiting for a transplant. With bioprinting, we could create organs on demand. The wait list could become a thing of the past. Second, there's the problem of rejection. When you receive an organ from someone else, your immune system sees it as a foreign invader and can attack it. This is why transplant patients have to take powerful immunosuppressant drugs for the rest of their lives, which come with their own set of serious side effects. But what if the new organ was printed using your own cells? Your body would recognize it as its own. The risk of rejection would plummet, potentially eliminating the need for those lifelong medications. This technology also has the power to revolutionize drug testing and medical research. Right now, new drugs are often tested on animals, a process that is slow, expensive, and often doesn't accurately predict how a drug will affect humans. With 3D bioprinting, we could print miniature organ models, sometimes called organs in art chip. Researchers could then test new drugs on these tiny, functional human tissues, getting faster, more accurate, and more ethical results. We could develop personalized medicine, testing a specific drug on a printed version of your own liver tissue to see how you'll react before you ever take a single pill. Of course, we're not quite at the point of printing a fully functional, life-sized kidney or liver just yet. There are still major hurdles to overcome. One of the biggest challenges is vascularization, creating the intricate network of blood vessels that every organ needs to survive. Scientists are experimenting with different techniques, like printing dissolvable scaffolds that leave behind channels for blood vessels to grow into. But perfecting this complex plumbing is a huge focus of current research. Another challenge is keeping the cells alive and happy throughout the printing process and ensuring they mature into the correct type of tissue. It's a long way from a blob of cells to a fully functioning liver that can detoxify your blood. It requires a deep understanding of cell biology and the complex signals that guide organ development. We need to create the perfect environment, a bioreactor that can nurture the printed organ as it grows, much like a womb for a developing baby. Then there are the ethical and regulatory questions. Who gets access to this technology? Will it be affordable, or will it only be for the wealthy? How do we ensure it's safe? The road to clinical approval will be long and rigorous, and rightly so. We need to have open conversations about these issues as the technology develops, not after it's already here. We have to make sure this incredible innovation benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. Despite these challenges, the progress is undeniable and incredibly exciting. We're moving from printing simple tissues to tackling more complex structures. Researchers are combining bioprinting with gene editing technologies like CRISPR to correct genetic defects in the cells before they even printed. Imagine printing a new lung for someone with cystic fibrosis, a lung that is free of the genetic mutation that causes the disease. The possibilities are truly much. So, will 3D printed organs mean the end of donor lists? Not tomorrow, and maybe not even in the next decade. But the trajectory is clear. We are standing on the precipice of a new era in medicine, one where we can repair and replace parts of the human body with a precision and personalization we've only dreamed of. The journey is long, but the destination is a future free from the shadow of organ failure. It's a future where a diagnosis that was once a death sentence becomes a treatable condition. It's a future built, layer by layer, with biology, technology, and a whole lot of hope. Thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on this incredible technology? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the future of medicine, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. See you in the next one.